Hello, good morning, dear students. I hope you have understood my last lecture that was on activize and passivize. Today I have come back with another aspect of English grammar, that is pronoun. All the words are used for different purposes, and those words are having their own functions in a particular language. Here, all the existed words of English languages have been classified into 8 words. Those are only called parts of speech. Parts of speeches are nothing but words which are frequently used in speech or writing. So there are 8 words: noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So among these, one is there for second PUC English syllabus, that is pronoun. What is pronoun? The word itself shows that the word which is used in the place of noun is known as pronoun. So here, look at this paragraph. Basavaya is a Kannada poet. Basavaya is a Kannada poet. He has written several poems. His poems have been translated into other languages, other Indian languages. He himself has translated some of them. He himself has translated some of them into English. When you see this paragraph, Basavaya, of course it's a noun because name of the person. Basavaya is a Kannada poet. He has written several poems. He is pronoun which is used in the place of Basavaya. He is personal pronoun it is. He, again here, his is also pronoun. It is reflexive pronoun. His poems have been translated into other Indian languages. He is also pronoun here. He himself has translated some of them. So them means what here? In the place of poems. In the place of poems we have used here them. So this is also pronoun. So how many pronouns are used here? He, his and he and them. These are called pronouns. So as I said that pronoun is a word which is used in the place of noun. Noun means anything which is having, it's a naming word we say. It could be the name of person, it could be the name of animal, place, things, even it could be the name of an idea also, noun. So the words which are used in the place of noun is known as pronoun. But now there are some kinds of pronoun. We discuss now some important types of pronouns now. First one is personal pronoun. What is personal pronoun? A noun which is used in the place of persons. For example, there are 3 types of persons. We all know that. First person, second person, and third person. First persons, second person, third person. So here first person singular is I and we. So, and second person is you, third person is he or he and she, it and they. So these are personal pronouns. I, we, both are subjective case, and here I becomes me, mine, myself. So here we becomes us, our, ourselves. So this is objective case pronouns. These are this is subjective case. I and we are subjective case of first person pronouns, and objective case pronouns are me, mine, myself, us, our, ourselves. So you is you, sometimes your, and yourself, and yourselves, plural, yourselves. So third person is he, she, it. Here he, she, it. He, sometimes him, his, himself. So she, her, hers, herself. So these are objective case of pronoun. They is them, themselves, their or theirs, you say. So these are objective case of pronouns, and they is subjective case of pronoun. So these are called personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are those which are used in the place of first person, second person and third person. So I, we, you, he, she, it, they. So these are subjective case of pronouns, and objective case of pronouns are I becomes me and mine and myself, and you becomes you, your, yourself, plural is yourselves. So he becomes him and his, sometimes himself, and she also her, hers, herself, and they becomes them, themselves and theirs. These are called personal pronouns. Second one is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns are those which are used to ask questions. For example, who, whom, whose, which and what. See, these are interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. For example, who was the first prime minister of India? Who was the first prime minister of India in the place of Jawaharlal Nehru? So who was the first prime minister of India? And one more is who is known as father of the nation. Who is the father of the nation? So these are used in the place of nouns, so that these are called interrogative pronouns. Whom, we can use whom. Whom do you want to meet? Whom do you want to meet? This is also an interrogative sentence. Whom do you want to meet? And one more example, whom do you wish to marry? Whom do you wish to marry? This is interrogative pronoun. Whom do you want to meet and whom do you wish to marry? And second one, whose handwriting is this? So this is also pronoun whose handwriting is this. And second one you see which we can use which is your house. And next what can you expect from me? What can you expect from me? So these are called interrogative pronouns which are used to ask question. These are also used in the place of noun, so that these are called interrogative pronouns. Next we have demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. What is demonstrative pronoun? You see, demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronouns are used to point out particular person or thing. For example, this is my house, or this is my home, or these are my teachers, these are my teachers' books, these are my teachers' books, those are poor children, those are poor children. See, look at this, these, those and that. So these are called demonstrative pronoun. This and that, these are, those are, these and those are called demonstrative pronoun which are used to point out particular person or place. This is my house. We are particularly talking about that house which is mine. So again, these are my teacher's books. These are my teacher's books, which are there in front of us. So, and those are poor children. We are talking about children who are poor. So this is those children. And that chair is my friends. You can say that chair is my friends. So that is also used. So these are called demonstrative pronoun. And here, don't be confused. Demonstrative pronouns are different from demonstrative adjectives. What are the demonstrative adjectives? You see, this house is mine. This house is mine. That garden is ours. See, this house, which house? We are talking about that house. This is a demonstrative adjective because it is qualifying, describing the house which we are talking about. This house or that garden. Garden is noun, house is also noun. A word which is used to describe a noun is known as adjective. This house and that garden is different from this is my house and that is our garden. So in the place of you see, this is our garden, or this is our garden, that is our home. That is our home. So what is the difference between demonstrative adjective and demonstrative pronoun? In demonstrative adjective, what happens? This and that, these are demonstrative adjectives which are qualifying, describing noun, but pronoun are used in the place of house or in the place of garden. So this is difference between demonstrative adjectives and pronoun. And one more, fourth one is indefinite pronouns. What are the indefinite pronouns here? Indefinite. Indefinite pronouns are those which are not, we are not sure about whom we are talking particularly. So for example, one, anyone, someone, no one, anybody, everybody, somebody, all, many, few. So these are called indefinite article. For example, one should be careful of one's health. One should be careful of one's health. One should be careful of one's health. It means that we are not using his health. We are saying someone, one. So it is indefinite. So like that, these are called one, anyone, someone, no one, anybody, everybody, somebody, all, many, few, etc. So these are called indefinite pronouns. And again, reflexive pronoun. What is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronouns are those which are used with self or selves. For example, my plus self is myself. Myself, same. We plus selves, ourselves or selves. So this is plural here. So same, you, self, yourself or yourselves, yourselves. So these are called reflexive pronouns. For example, for this, myself, I, myself. No, I saw myself in the mirror. I saw myself in the mirror. So this is I saw myself in the mirror. Myself is also pronoun. It is what kind of pronoun? It is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is different from emphatic pronoun. Emphatic, emphatic, emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. I saw myself in the mirror. I myself helped you. I myself helped you in your difficulty. Or I myself helped you. So this, look at this. I myself helped you. So this myself is emphatic pronoun because it is emphasizing that I myself. So this is not emphatic, or it is not emphasizing I here. I saw myself in the mirror. Commonly, it has common expression, but here I myself helped you is an emphatic pronoun. So emphatic pronoun is different from reflexive pronoun. These are reflexive pronoun. You, for example, they, self, they selves, for themselves, themselves. Now these are called reflexive pronouns. And next, possessive pronoun. We say possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. What are the possessive pronouns here? So possessive pronouns always show possession and ownership. Ownership, for example, it is our house. These are my books. So look at, which is showing these are my books. So here possessive pronoun which always possess or which shows the ownership. Or for example, this is this book is mine. Those pens are his. So mine and his, these are now possessive pronoun which is showing the ownership of the book here and ownership of pens. So this book is mine, those pens are his. And as you have seen, this and these and those are used here as demonstrative adjective, not demonstrative pronoun. But mine and his are possessive pronouns here. Now we see, so these are the types, important types of pronouns. But in exam, they will give a paragraph where they will underline the pronouns. We should identify them. What are the underlined words here? For example, you see, Lata was on her annual visit to her uncle's house. She always enjoys it because she was allowed to spend most of the day in the mango grove. Full stop. Lata's uncle was a friend of the owner of the grove, who allowed the children to play there. The branches to play there. The branches of the tree. The branches of the tree. The branches of the trees were covered with so many fruits, that they almost touched the ground. They almost touched the ground with the weight. Stop. They spent hours picking. Picking the fruit. Picking the fruits. Picking the fruit. Eating most of it. And sleeping. spent hours picking the fruit, eating most of it, and sleeping. And sleeping. Here, let me underline the words which they have underlined here. Lata. Next, annual visit. Annual visit. And here, she. And here, it. And the children. The children. The branches. They. It. Dear students, you look at the underlined words in the paragraph. Lata was on her annual visit to her uncle's house. She always. Lata is what? As I said that Lata is the name of the person. It's a proper noun. Lata visited on her annual visit to her uncle's house. She here, what is she? She is nothing but, Lata, it is, what do they give? Here, they give words like she. What is she here? She means Lata. Answer is, she means Lata here. It. What is it here next? It means nothing but annual visit. Annual visit. So, second one. First one is she means Lata, and it means annual visit. Next, the children. Next, they write here, they. The branches. The branches. See here, the children. They means what here? Next, they means the children here. They means the children here. Again, the they means here what? Again, they means here branches. The branches. The branches. Last one is it. It means what here? Fruit. It means here fruit. So what happens in the exam? They give paragraph like this and they underline some pronouns. You should write. For example, she means what? Lata. So it means what? Annual visit. They means children here. Again, one more they, pronoun they used they means the branches. It means fruits. So like this they give in exam paragraph. You should find out the pronouns and write them. So one more example we will discuss now here. Once upon a time, a poor woman was walking from one village to another, carrying a bundle on her head, unable to lift it easily, she rested every now and then a horseman passed by. The woman The woman requested him to carry the bundle on horseback till the next village. He refused saying, you will walk slowly and delay me. I have a long way to go. So now we see what are the underlined words here. Here, once upon a time, a poor woman was walking from one village to another, carrying a bundle on her head. Unable to lift it easily, she rested. And here she, and on her head. She on her head, and it requested him, and me, delay me, I. So look at the underlined words here saying, once upon a time a poor woman was walking from one village to another, carrying a bundle on her head. So we are talking about the woman who was walking from one village to another. Her means what here? Poor woman. So how they will ask in the exam, what is her? Her means a poor woman. Next one, she. She means also nothing but, a poor woman again here. Third one, it. It means unable to lift it. Lift what here? A bundle. Lift means a bundle. So it here, in the place of bundle, use it, bundle. Next, him. Who is he? Him means a horseman. Him means a horseman. So next, he said that he refused, saying, you will walk slowly and delay me. I have a long way to go. Me means here, again here. Me is nothing but again a horseman. Again I is also a horseman. You see, these are pronouns here, underlined words. For example, her means nothing but a poor woman, and it means, she means also a poor woman. It means a bundle. Him means a horseman, and again I means horseman. Me also horseman here. All these underlined words are pronouns. So like this they give in the exam, so that they will underline the words or they italicize the words. You should find out what those words mean in the paragraph. So last one more example we discuss, and we wind up the class. Next one, you see. One more example we discuss, that is, an old man came to the farm. An old man came to the farm. The owner of the farm and his wife needed a person exactly exactly like him, he was well known, he was well versed in agriculture, after his arrival to the farm. Their income improved dramatically. The owner became lethargic and sheed away. Lethargic, lazy, and sheed. So going away from the work, away from hard work. His wife found all this very strange. Her husband's lifestyle had changed. Now see, the underlined words are in the paragraph here. His, and next to he, his arrival, their income, and his wife, his and her. Look at this, again underlined words here. An old man came to the farm. The owner of the farm and his wife needed a person exactly like him. So we are talking about what? The owner of the farm and his wife. His. What is his here? His means nothing but the owner. The owner of the farm. Next one, exactly like him. Him means what here? Him means same here, old man. What the owner of the wife and owner, him, both of them are expecting, they are exactly needed a person like him. Like whom? Like an old man. So next, he was well versed. Who was well versed here? He means nothing but here, again same. He means old man. Next, agriculture after his arrival. His means the same again here, old man, his arrival. Old man. So their income, their means nothing but here, owner of the farm and his wife both. Their means here owner and his wife. Both husband and wife of the farm. Their income improved dramatically. The owner became lethargic and shied away from hard work. His wife. His means again here same. His means owner. His means owner of the farm. Owner of the farm. Next one, his wife found all this very strange. Her husband's lifestyle had changed. Her means here what? Same. Her means nothing but wife of the owner. Wife of the owner. So this is how we should find out the pronouns given in the paragraph, and they will be given in bold letters or italicized, and you should find out what exactly they mean here. So here if you see, his means nothing but owner of the farm, and exactly him means old man here. He means again same old man, and there means husband and wife, owner of the farm and his wife. Next one, his means again owner. Here her means wife of the owner. So these are all underlined words. So underlined words are pronouns here. So if you look at nouns, we will find in the paragraph. So this is how we can find out the pronouns and write the answers. If you like, once again like and share and subscribe these videos for more interesting grammar aspects. We will see in the next class. Thank you.